The Pacers going to the NBA Final. Pascal Siakam put on a show, helping the Pacers get a 2-0 lead on the Knicks. So let's talk about how they did it again. Like I started out this video, a lot of it had to do with Pascal Siakam because when nobody really had it going in the first half, Pascal Siakam did. This man is a threat every single night, and it's crazy because in the first half of game one, it was, basically all the Pacers, like they were scoring from everybody, but Miles Turner was also cooking. He could not miss. And then in the last 4 minutes of the game, it was all Aaron Nesmith, right? Well, to start this game, it was all Pascal Siakam. He had their first 11 points, and I don't think he missed a shot at that point. And he had 21 at halftime. Like, this man was cooking, could not miss, and he finished the game with 30 plus. I think he had 31. And he was like 14 of 19 from the field, like efficient. I said after game one, Aaron Nesmith's not going to go for 30 again, which he did not, because as great of a shooter as he is, he's not a 30-point per game shooter, a scorer rather. So I was like, okay, if you're the Knicks, you got to feel good because you know that's not going to happen again. And I thought the Knicks would come out with super high defensive intensity, and they did not, which is part of why Pascal Siakam went off. Now, he's a great scorer, and he can get a shot anytime he wants. Like, nobody can really guard him. But I felt like the Knicks really did not play that physical. It just speaks to how the Knicks have played, I know it's only been 2 games, but all series on defense. I understand Indiana's a tough cover. And I said in the preview, there are going to be, because I picked the Knicks in 6, I said there's going to be at least 2 games, and I thought it would be the 2 games that they win, where they can't miss. Like, they'll just shoot like 70% from the field. Like, they do that. Like, when the Knicks got really physical on defense is when they got the lead. If you remember, they inserted Mitchell Robinson. Shout out to him. He's been incredible all playoffs. Incredible this series. Like, literally, when he's on the floor, they're 100 times better. But when he came in at Miles McBride, the defense was completely different. Everybody rotated. Everybody got back. And you saw the difference in the shots the Pacers were taking. Even if they were making them, they were tough shots. But we got to credit Indiana because guess what? They got the split, and sometimes teams can get, comfortable and happy. You got the split. They came out hungry for both of the games. To me, they seemed like they wanted game 2 more than the Knicks wanted game 2, which again, shocked me. I was shocked with how, in my opinion, flat the Knicks came out. And I mean flat on defense. On offense, I think OG scored like the first 8 points or something like that. Like, they were offensively getting shots and getting good shots. But, again, the physicality at which we've seen other teams come out with to start a game in the playoffs, like when the Detroit Pistons were playing, the New York Knicks, like the Rockets, like the Oklahoma City Thunder. I didn't see that from the Knicks. The Pacers just seem to be overwhelming the Knicks, which is something I did not expect. Again, I didn't expect it to be a sweep. I knew the Pacers would come out and play tough every game. And like I said, they would have a couple of games for sure where they just could not miss. But it's weird because the Knicks have not played like the worst team, if that makes sense. Like, no offense to the Timberwolves. Again, they can always come back in this series, but they look like they've been completely overmatched by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, the Thunder just look like the better team, offensively, defensively. Like, it really doesn't look like the Wolves have a chance, no offense, to win this series. The Knicks, obviously in game 1, had a 14-point lead with like 2 minutes to go. They looked like the team who obviously could have and should have won game 1, right? And they played well enough to win, obviously, game 1. This game, they had a lead in it, and they stayed with Indiana the whole game, even when Indiana made its little run. So it's weird because the Knicks don't look like they're being overpowered. They just look like they're not executing, honestly. Indiana looks like the veteran team who is literally executing perfectly when they need a basket. Not only down the stretch, but at the end of quarters and whatever. Like, they get their stops when they need to. They get the right shot, the right pass, the right play. They are making all the right execution plays, all of them, perfectly. And the Knicks are not doing that. So that's why I say this series is weird, because neither team looks like they're overpowering one another. They look pretty evenly matched in the sense that, again, both games ended up coming down to the wire. But it's just, like I said, late game execution. That's really what the difference is ending up being, is that the Pacers are executing. They're getting all the right shots, and the Knicks are making mistakes. And they played like 11, 12 people today. Like, they went to Tony Bradley on the bench, who I think he only played like 5 minutes all playoffs, because Miles Turner and Thomas Bryant picked up 2 fouls in the first or second quarter, like pretty early on in the game. They had 2 fouls. So he went to Tony Bradley, who I think on the first play of him being in the game got a block on Jalen Brunson. I don't know if that was the exact play, but I think it was that. Like, they are using their bench when they need to. Like, everybody may not play 25, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, like, Pascal Siakam, but when people come in, they are ready. They play their role. If the Pacers are going to continue to play like this, they look confident, they look hungry, and if they're going to continue to play like this, they might win the series. Now, the Knicks are an incredible team on the road, so I don't know. We could see this series go back to Madison Square Garden 2-2. We have seen crazy things in this playoff. If the Knicks come out with the defensive intensity that they need to, I would not be surprised if it's 2-2 back at MSG. Like, I don't know. This series is really unpredictable. I also would not be surprised if the Pacers go up 3-1 either. I would not be surprised of anything happening in this series. That's my point. Like, I could see it going every single way, because Tyrese Halliburton, crazy game time shot. Like, everything is like these 1 in a million chances that are happening in this playoffs. So, like, I don't know. I could see anything happening.